Uh, Hi everyone. So, while I chomped through the Renegades campaign and grind for the Dawning, I figured I might go ahead and, you know, try and do some more unscripted yapping stuff. I mainly really want to talk more about some, like, more self-ships of mine. I'm gonna do another recording of me talking about, my self-ship with, 1X and, my self-ship with 1X. Um, so, a little bit of backstory for it. Uh, So 1X is you know, character from Forsaken, in case you don't know him. They are, Vessel of Hatred, created by Shaletsky basically. They basically it's kind of weird because like they kind of are him, but also kind of created by him. Um, and in lore, no one he doesn't really want anyone knowing that. In Forsaken lore at least, he doesn't really want anyone knowing that they are him. But yeah. So basically, Um, the way that this happens is, my self insert, Chimera Bites, is essentially isekai'd into the Forsaken World by the Spectre. The Spectre is preying upon his, you know, his whole thing. And, you know, preying upon him and decides, it'd be funny. Just gonna, you know, uh, he's gonna, put you into Forsaken, buddy. So, I just did not read. Oh, I think I had to dodge and hit the thing. Okay, yeah, I had to dodge and then hit it with like the strand bolts. Yeah. Um. So, my character, my Sona, my self-insert, is basically meant to be representative of me. He's very shy, very, very like caring, very sweet. Um. He's really just like pretty chill, given circumstances. He is kind of like anxious too, but given the circumstances, he is very caring. Um, Most part, really, he's just kind of there. He's not really. I wouldn't say he's not friendly with the other survivors. He's just kind of too shy, really, to hang out with most of them. The ones that he is most friendly with, I'd say, are Two Time and Chance, mainly Chance. Chance and him are like best friends, basically. Um, but he's also like kind of friends with 007 and 7 a little bit. But other than that, he doesn't really talk to the other survivors. He's kind of shy with them, and he doesn't really talk to them for the most part. He's also just like not really a social person. And he really doesn't get along with Streletsky, which 1X notices. So at first they have like their allyship is built upon a mutual dislike of Streletsky. And um you know over time, 1X kind of starts like visiting Chimera more outside of matches and starts to become more endeared towards them. And they become more, much more closer. So, yeah. Um, 1X being the vessel of destruction and creation of hatred, um, they start realizing that they may or may not be experiencing more than just hatred. Because they don't really hate Chimera. Um, like, they never really even hated Chimera when they met him. Like, he really only hated Chimera at first for being a survivor, if anything, but seeing how he reacted to him and realized that Chimera isn't really afraid of him and treats him like any other person, despite one X being a killer, it really astounds him. So, one X trying to get answers decides to get closer to Chimera. And they realize that, Chimera doesn't like hate them or anything like that. And that confuses them. You know? And then 1X starts noticing how Chimera spends way more time with the killers, is much more friendly with the other killers than with the other survivors. And that really confuses 1X. She's like, wait, why? Like, it even like makes her a little bit jealous, even. And she hates that it makes her jealous. But then she realizes why it makes her jealous. She's like, oh, it's not like real hatred. It's jealousy because she realizes that they're like they've fallen and they've like kind of like started to fall in love with Chimera. Like not jealous seeing him sometimes other people jealous because Chimera is such a sweet and kind person and can just freely give that kindness, and 1X doesn't understand all of that stuff. Didn't understand any of that until he met Chimera. So that jealousy comes from a place of just not realizing, his real emotions were up until that point. Not realizing he could feel anything other than anger and hatred and jealousy. But when he takes time to sit with Chimera and really get to know him, 1X really just feels a sense of comfort and joy and just really just feels amazed that someone so kind can still exist in a place like this. That Chimera doesn't hate him for who he is. That Chimera loves him and will welcome 1X with open arms. Is willing to take time out of the days, out of the endless days after matches, after ruthless long matches, to sit there and spend time with 1X. And just pass the time. They don't even have to be talking. They can just sit there and enjoy each other's presence. They could be sitting in the killer cabin together. They could be sitting at Chimera's own little lone cabin together. They could just be in the middle of the forest or something. Maybe in one of the maps could be during a match. It'd be just the two of them alone. And, regardless, they could just be spending time together in any way possible, and they would be happy. Because they're together. And 1X realizes how much Chimera means to them, and that scares him in a way. And he hates himself a little bit for getting so attached at first. But then he realizes that, Chimera is a very kind and sweet person, and he doesn't want to lose that. So eventually, he really just has to confront those feelings and him and Chimera have a conversation about it, and they talk about feelings, And 1X talks about what Chimera means to her. And it really is like just very eye-opening for the both of them, really. So yeah, they and the funny thing is, like, Chimera also like realized that he had also fallen in love with 1X along the way too. Realizing that 1X is capable of more than just hatred, and it's funny that 1X never even realized it at first.
What Bale said about being adrift.
It's like when you
I felt that too.
give someone patience and love and
That
care and
makes sense.
kindness, they can really flourish and
It's not the
become
future. It's not
a different person. It really is amazing seeing 1X change, and just seeing how different he acts around Chimera. It really is interesting and unique.
Guardian.
And
The Nightfall attack.
they both fell for each other,
From Earth.
just
It's like
for their
floats a machine.
personalities and
Reached
just
down and
for
grabbed the
their
gas
traits and
knob.
just for how,
Turned it off.
you know, it's how
Came
unique
to
the
the
circumstances were,
surface.
really.
You were hearing guardians and ghosts. It snuffed out
So,
all sources.
yeah,
Join
that is just kind of,
I hear you're off to steal some
the
sort of
meat
access code
of
from Elixir smugglers.
my
Way I
self
can
ship
help?
I know more than
lore a
half our
bit with
station's
my
weakness.
ship with 1X.
Six really messed Bale up
I
good.
hope you kind of enjoyed
Crack
my
for pushing.
ramble, kind of juxtaposed over me playing Destiny 2 right now. Um, I'm still going through the Renegades storyline and grinding for the Dawning, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll definitely come back for more. Um, Hopefully I'll see you again another time. Um, Hopefully you stay safe, stay cozy, and have a wonderful Dawning. Have happy holidays, and I hope, you know, have wonderful, happy, rest of December. Happy Hanukkah. Happy, whatever you celebrate. Just make sure that whatever you do,
I
you're
hope you
doing
never
something
set
for
another
you
mine.
and for those that you
All
care
three of
about,
us nine touched, but
you know. And
got a special hold on Lodi.
if you're just,
Those
on your own for
claws.
this season, that's okay
Hello?
too.
You can call me Lodi if you
Just
want.
gotta remember that
Lucky
no
having the
matter
rest of the
what
trust there,
you're,
but I had
no
to
what's
reach
going
out.
on this season,
I've been in your
you
shoes,
know,
and so is Dredge and Hope. What the Nine put
you
us through.
never are
Can be
truly alone.
frightening,
No matter if that's
isolating.
terrifying or sad or comforting to hear, it's something worth remembering that there are people who, are following very similar feelings like you right now. So, anyways, um, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and that you do something for you. Regardless if you're celebrating holidays or not, just do something special for yourself. You deserve it. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Stay safe, stay cozy, and have a good time.